This morning I made cinnamon rolls, and as I was pulling them out of the oven, I remembered that Bobby said that if anyone would bring donuts or pastries, he would give a one-on-one tour of his greenhouse. So I gassed up my truck, I headed west, and this time instead of stopping when I got to Cortland, I floored it. So let's see if Bobby's at home today.
Hey Susan, what are you doing up here?
I thought you might like some cinnamon buns.
You must be here for the tour of the greenhouse.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a little bit more than cinnamon buns to get a tour today.
How about a hug?
That'll work. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And brought those just for me?
Yep.
Let me take these inside and get me a glass of milk and I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Alright, what would you like to see first?
I'd like to see the little greenhouse first, and this is where you started.
The one where I made that first video in the snow and I said,
Yeah.
about 50 times.
I still do that.
Alright, well, there ain't a whole lot going on in there, but I'd be glad to show you around.
Okay, I love to see it.
As you can see, there's not a whole lot going on in here right now. The beds on the right side where I do that cracky deal at, those are empty, but we're getting ready to put some more seedlings in there. Got a whole flat of lettuce and stuff up there, getting ready to put those in. The hydroponic cabbage in the middle, and then all this kale and broccoli and stuff down the side. I'll let you get a closer look at everything.
I know that Bobby showed these in a video the other day, but you really don't get a good perspective on how big these things are when he does his videos. Look at how big these broccoli heads are. Isn't that amazing? I believe this is Pac-Man, right?
Yeah, I think it's either Pac-Man or Bonanza. I can't remember which one I planted inside here.
Amazing.
That's how we grow them around these parts. You might as well get used to it.
Yep. They sure don't grow like that where I live. Here's his beets. Now this is amazing to me too, because every time I grow beets, the leaves end up just full of holes from flea beetles, and there's not a hole in these leaves. It's just, once again, everything's grown to perfection. Would you look at the size of this kale? It's like almost waist high on me, and then about 2 feet across. It's unbelievable. The man is simply amazing. Here's the cabbage that he grew in the IBC containers with the cracky method. And they are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Not a single bug hole on any of them. Beautiful. Okay, these are your hydroponic beds, and I see that you have them full of water. So what's the next step from here?
The next step is to go ahead and get the fertilizer dumped in there, mix it up real good. Then we're going to take the styrofoam, put it on top, take the 2-inch net pots, and separate these seedlings and put them into the net pots, put them in place, and then go ahead and finish topping it off so it comes up about 1/4 inch on the bottom of the cup. And that's all I do. Once I finish that, I don't do anything else until it's time to eat them.
Okay. And that's what, about 60 days or so?
30 days.
30?
30 days.
Wow.
Piece of cake. Anybody could do this.
Oh,
You're going to do it a whole lot.
I know that Bobby did a video about these pepper plants last year, and these are the same pepper plants this year. And look, would you look at how loaded these things are? These are daytill peppers, and the other half are scorpion peppers, and they're just as loaded as these are. And for every yellow pepper you see here, there's green ones here that you probably can't pick up on video. They're just absolutely loaded. And of course, you can't think of Bobby without thinking of tomatoes, or vice versa. Would you look at these tomatoes? When nobody else has any tomatoes growing, he has them growing all the way up to the ceiling. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? Just hanging in clusters. And you remember the peppers that he gave me in the dehydrating pepper video? Well, would you just look at these plants? They're just enormous. Unbelievable. And they're absolutely loaded still. Here he has cucumbers growing. He says they should be ready by, what, Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So he has little cucumbers starting all over these already. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. More tomatoes in the back there. So these tomatoes look different from the others. What do you have going here?
This is something I wanted to grow for next year to see how it would do. One of the cool things about having a greenhouse is you get extra long growing seasons, so I can grow tomatoes in the springtime, I can grow a summer crop, and I can grow a crop in the fall. This is a variety called Iron Lady that's supposed to be blight resistant. I have a big problem with blight here. It's a determinate type, supposed to set a whole lot of fruit at one time. And before I committed to it outside in the garden as to planting a couple of rows on them, I wanted to test it out in here And there is a little bit of blight down at the bottom, but it doesn't seem to be having a big effect on the plant. So there may be something to it. I'm still waiting to see what the fruit tastes like. There's got plenty of tomatoes on there right now, so another few weeks or so, and I might get the first ones, and I'll decide whether or not I want to eat them, and decide whether or not I want to grow them.
Okay. Yeah, they are absolutely loaded. Beautiful plants too. Again, would you just look at these clusters of tomatoes? It is unbelievable how he can grow tomatoes in here. Just absolutely amazing. These are real pretty. They're purple jalapenos or jalapenos. I'm sure I'm going to get crawled all over for pronouncing that. But they are absolutely beautiful. And it's just loaded with these little peppers too. This is really neat. This is a white eggplant. And I thought they only got about the size of an egg, but of course Bobby's going to grow them larger. These tomatoes are being grown in the Dutch bucket system, and a lot of people have had a lot of interest in this and a lot of success with it as well. I have to tell you, it's one thing to see these tomato plants on video, but it's quite another to see them in person. There's just columns of tomatoes everywhere you look. It's just totally amazing. I wish that all of you could come here and see it in person. Just get busy and make some pastries.
Hey, that deal is over now. That was only a one-time deal. You the first one.
Oh, that was only one taker.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm done now.
Okay. So, well, you just have to watch it all on video then, I suppose. To give you a little perspective on the height of these things, I'm 5 feet tall, and these things are approaching the ceiling now. I'd need a stepladder to work with these plants. This is the cabbage that he has growing outside in his raised beds. And once again, the size of these things is just amazing. For everybody that's been asking about the chickens, they're doing fine.
They're doing real good.
To give you an idea of the size of the greenhouses, the long one is 68 feet and the smaller one is 40 feet. Bobby did an amazing job on these greenhouses.
So what did you think of the greenhouse?
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's hard to believe that one man built this entirely by himself, but I know you did because I've seen the videos.
Just 2 callous hands, a whole bunch of prayers, and me and him got the job done.
You did an amazing job.
You think you can do any canning around here now?
Oh, absolutely. There's a whole lot of tomato soup in there.
A whole lot of tomato soup?
Yes.
That's some good soup that you make too. That's the best I ever had.
Yeah, it is some good soup.
Absolutely. Well, Nancy was talking about doing the mega garden next year. What do you think we could put together, 2 of us working together?
Oh, I'm sure we could have the mega garden with 2 of us working on it.
Show them how to get the job done?
Yeah,
Show them how it's supposed to be done?
Definitely.
I told MoDoc we were going to step it up, and he said, how much better can you get? I think y'all be surprised what 2 people can do when they start working together.
Yeah.
This ought to be a whole lot of fun. We grow it.
I think so.
You can it. I'll help you can it. You help me grow it.
That sounds like a good
Sound
deal
like
to
a deal
me.
to me. Sound like a plan coming together.
So that's a tour of Bobby's greenhouses. I hope it helps.
Y'all take care. Lord willing.
We'll see you next time. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. That's not what you were supposed to say. Hey Susan, what are you doing up here?
I brought my buns up here for a tour.
Brought your buns up here. You passed. Oh, you got cinnamon buns too.
Let me try not to say amazing 50 times.
So what did you think of the greenhouse?
It's amazing.
You said you weren't going to say that again.
I wasn't going to say it 50 times.
You said the first thing you said was it's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right, cut. Back. So what did you think of the greenhouse? It's amazing, mate.
Amazing.
You're not supposed to say amazing. You got to say something
I
else.
can't say anything else. It's amazing.
Cut. All right, I need a thesaurus and look at what's amazing.
It's amazing.
Incredible. Extraordinary.
Amazing.
All right.
Okay.
Can you think of another word?
Awesome.
Okay, that'll work. All right.
Okay.
We'll try again.
Yeah, wait a minute.
You
Let me
can't see.
stop laughing.
Work with me. All right. We can do this thing.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
Ready? All right, fix your hair. Fix your hair.
How's it?
All right, so what did you think of the greenhouse?
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's hard to believe that one man built this entirely by himself, but I know he did because I've seen the videos.
Just 2 calloused hands and a whole bunch of prayers, and we got the job done.
Awesome.
Cut! She still can't get it right. Let me write this script out for you.
Amazing and awesome.